Ozzy Osbourne's been experiencing a major comeback on two different fronts. Number one, with his health, announcing rescheduled tours both in Europe and the United States, most notably today with Marilyn Manson now supporting him on that No More Tours 2 makeup dates in the spring of next year. And additionally, with his massive new single with Post Malone and also his solo single Under the Graveyard, which is getting rave reviews, and the new album Ordinary Man, which comes out early next year. There's a lot going on. That's his first solo record in about 9 years, if you can believe that. But what I'm here to talk about with this comeback mainly is pop culture. Ever since that song with Post Malone has come out, as if Ozzy wasn't already an icon, that pop culture world has sort of taken an interest in him again. Who is this Ozzy guy? We've obviously always ridden for Ozzy. He's an icon, and the public at large knows who he is, but he sort of faded away for a time. But now they're front and center, and that has brought questions about whether or not the hit MTV series, The Osbournes, would be coming back. Now, just to put this into perspective, The Osbournes was the highest rated reality show in the history of MTV. Bigger than Jersey Shore, bigger than The Real World, bigger than Road Rules, any of these reality shows that MTV is known for, 16 and Pregnant, any of these stupid shows that they had, the Osbournes were always massive. I was a big fan of the show. I thought it was a neat look behind the scenes at a rich family, but also a family that was very heavy metal oriented. And the show ran from about 2002 to 2005. And it definitely wasn't because MTV didn't want it to happen anymore. They'd take them back in a second. It was because the Osbournes just got burnt out on the show. Now, though, a fascinating interview with Kelly Osbourne is talking about saying that they are now closer than they've ever been to bringing the show back, which would be huge. We're talking about a reboot of the show. She said in a recent interview with People TV's Reality Check, she said, "I'm not joking. Every single year, about every 3 months or so, someone else gives us another offer and we keep saying no. It keeps coming around. Right now, there's another offer on the table, and I think this is the closest we've ever come to accepting one, but whether that will happen or not, I don't know." And then she was asked why they haven't accepted it yet, and she says, "We've got other people to think about. My brother's got 3 kids. Do we want that life for them without them being old enough to choose if they want to do it or not, like my brother and I were?" Obviously, they were teenagers at the time. They could make a decision whether or not they wanted to be in the show, and it worked out. Kelly and Jack have done very well for themselves. The show did kick off in 2002 and ran until 2005. It showed Sharon's courageous battle with cancer, and then Jack's issue with rehab and alcohol abuse, as well as some issues with Kelly also. Now, for his part, Ozzy has said this in a recent interview earlier this year. He said, "All I can tell you is this. Number one, if someone offers you a shitload of dough to be on television, you have to be a mug to turn it down. I thought it was going to be a piece of cake, but you have a camera crew living in your house for 3 years, and you see how you feel at the end of it. You feel like a laboratory rat. It got to the point where I was falling apart emotionally because you can't relax. It doesn't matter where you go for a piss. You're paranoid there's a camera in there, but I'm not ashamed of it, and it's a big hit. Would I do it again? It's now Kardashianville. The world's changed, man." Sharon said after the show that their lives were never the same again. Everybody's grown up with Ozzy. Everybody loves Ozzy, but for us, we were a family. You know, we weren't in the public eye at all, and it changed our lives so much. So this is fascinating. This could actually be good for the rock and metal world, where you have sort of the pop culture turning their back on metal and things like that. And if you had somebody like the Osbournes being a fixture in that pop culture, that could put a spotlight on other artists. I remember they were regularly talking and having other musicians. Famously, when a member of the Used was dating Kelly Osbourne, they skyrocketed after they appeared on that show. So it can do a lot for the music industry as a whole. But let me know if you would be interested in seeing this. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably watch it. I'm just being honest, but I like shows like that, so what can I say? So anyways, that is all for now. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking hard rock and heavy metal news. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.